What's going on, guys? I'm back again with the weekly Rust skins videos, and as we can see, we have the shipping container material skins in the general store. So that is exciting. $20 is what it's going for. $19.95. Bit of a expensive one just for one material. It should be like $20 for the Adobe and the shipping container, in my opinion, put together. But let's get started with the limited store. And we're just going to do a quick video this week, so we'll just go from top left to bottom right. So we have the Adobe Barricade going for $2.10. I'm pretty sure this is the first Barricade skin that's actually even been in any one of my Rust store videos ever. So clearly that means there isn't many on the community market, and they don't really get accepted onto the Rust store very often. I'd say there's probably around about 7 on the community market. This going for $2.10. As an investment, though, I mean, there's no demand. What is anyone buying a Barricade for unless they really want to role player it up and put it next to their Adobe stone base? So overall, the Adobe Barricade, it can potentially be manipulated, but it's not going to have a high enough demand. And I mean, the only reason that it's going to go up in price is if it gets manipulated. So I mean, overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in the Adobe Barricade off of the Rust store. The only people who are going to want to buy it off the community market are people that either own the Adobe stone material skin, or people that just want like literally every single skin in the game. That's pretty much it. There's no demand for the Adobe Barricade once it leaves the Rust store and goes to the community market. So overall, not going to recommend investing in that one off the Rust store for this week. We go over to the HQM SAR. We've had the high quality metal AK, which was accepted last week or the week before. And that one's performing at like, I don't know, nearly $5, $4.60 or something like that. It's a nice looking SAR skin, as the AK was as well. But same with the AK, there's so many SAR skins that I really don't think that there's going to be that much of a demand, just because there's so many other nice looking SAR skins. But I mean, of course, some people are going to like it. But for $3.55 on the Rust store, already starting at a higher price point, I'm not going to recommend investing in the HQM SAR off the Rust store, just because I don't think the demand will really outweigh the supply, and so I don't think the price will go above $3.55 anytime soon. Moving over to the low poly Python, this is going to be a quick one. I'm not going to recommend investing in it. Overall, I don't really like the low poly stuff, to be completely honest. I think it's just a worse version of the JPEG set, whatever that was called. And it's $2.85. Python skins aren't really that good of an investment usually, and so I'm not going to recommend investing in that one. Moving over to the No Mercy crate. This is like the 4th No Mercy deployable we've had. We've had the sheet metal door, armor door, garage door, sleeping bag. So this is the 5th one. This is $3.55 above center store price. It's around center store price for glowing deployables, but this isn't a glowing deployable. I do think that's a bad thing. Also, I don't know why a bad trip didn't put the skull with the wings on the end. Honestly, I think that's the most important side of the large box, really, because that's the main side that you're going to be looking at usually. Overall, it's a nice design. I think the end looks okay, but I do think that it's a missed opportunity to not have the No Mercy skull and wings on the end. I think it's a missed opportunity. So $3.55 for that one. I think you're going to be able to get that one for a little bit cheaper on the community market with the buy order. As a long-term investment, though, I do think you can make money off of the No Mercy crate. Overall, though, I think the No Mercy stuff's pretty old, and so these days it's going to have less demand than when it once did back in the day when No Mercy was in its prime. Alright, moving over to the Nuke Double Barrel, going for $2.85, standard store price for weapons and tools. And overall, it's a nice looking zebra double barrel skin, but honestly, I don't think it's really that standout. I think it's a well-made skin. I think it's a nice skin, but I don't think there's any reason for it to have a very high demand. I think some people are going to want to buy it, and some people want to buy something else. I do think there's probably cheaper double barrel skins on the community market instead of the Rust store to be picking up. So I think the demand for the Nuke Double Barrel is not going to be that high. So overall, not going to recommend investing in that one off the Rust store. If you want to invest in it, I recommend placing a buy order on the community market. Looking at the Pirate chestplate and the metal face mask, going for $1.40 each. The Pirate set has been successful so far, but the Pirate chestplate and face mask on the Steam community market SCMM website, like, these clearly already have a really high sub count. So I mean, which means a lot of people have already bought them. So they're clearly expecting it to go up, but I don't think there's going to be that much of a demand for the pirate stuff. They're probably expecting the pirate hoodie and pants to come out. And I do think that there's a potential for it to come out, but at the same time, Helk's already accepted the hide pants and the hide poncho. So, I mean, I think it's going to be a bit of a toss-up whether they actually come out or not. But at the same time, they're $1.40. It's not really, you're not really risking that much money unless you're someone that likes to spend thousands of dollars buying thousands of each skin. So overall, I don't really think it's going to be that risky if you want to try and pick them up and just go for it. I really don't think you're going to be losing much money if you do invest in these if they don't perform well, is what I'm trying to say. Alright, moving over to the primitive crate. I don't know if this is black in-game or if it's actually cut out, but looking at the in-game screenshots as well, just from the Rust Atom store screenshots, they do look like it's just black. If it's black, I think it's worth less. If it's cut out, I think it's better. But this is continuing on with the Rust World crate, and I think it's quite nice. But $2.95, I think you're probably going to be able to get it for cheaper off of the community market than the Rust Atom store. So that is what I'd recommend to do with that one. Moving over to the Riot LR, going for $2.95. Same sort of price. I think it is a pretty OG looking Rust skin actually. I think it does suit the Rust skin themes that we have. But I don't really think it's a very standout LR skin. I don't think there's really going to be that much demand for it once it leaves the Rust Atom store and goes to the community market. And for $2.95, I think it's an okay price, but I think you could get it for cheaper with the buy order on the community market. So not going to recommend investing in the Riot LR off of the Rust Atom store for this week. Last but not least, we have the shipping container garage door going for $3.55. And this is obviously a semi-pay-to-win skin and purposely green so that it can blend in with the grassy, foresty biome. So overall, I think this one could perform okay, but the fact that it's already starting at $3.55 isn't ideal. Also, who's really using a garage door as their outside door, unless you're using it for a trap base, like turrets that automatically turn on when someone gets close or something like that, which, I mean, that could be cool, it could be strong, but once it's happened once, then the person's not going to get tricked twice unless they're a silly bugger. So overall, the shipping container garage door, I think you could get this one off of the community market for a bit cheaper than the Rust Atom store. But as a long-term investment, if you're getting it for cheaper than $3.55, I do think you can make money off of it. But I'd recommend getting it off of the community market with a buy order instead. Forgot to buy anything last week, so whoops, can't remember what came out, to be honest. If I buy anything this week, then it's probably just going to be the pirate, maybe just face mask, because I don't really like the chestplate, to be completely honest. I like the primitive crate, but I probably never use it. I like the garage door, but I mean, I've got Pokemon's garage doors, so why would I use anything else? And the No Mercy crate, I like that as well, but I have the glowing deployables and I like them better. That's going to do it for this week, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and remember, have a skits one.